I was at a lecture the other day with Sir Elm, who sort of said, I expect, farmers, I can't remember the timeline, but maybe let's say 30 years time, they're not really farmers, you're going to be data scientists. Yeah. You're going to be and we're starting to work with a lot of data. And some of that we're collecting, as you say, on weather stations. So that this example, probably should be practiced up and down the UK. Just simply commercially, it makes sense. So we have weather stations down the field. They track a lot of metrics, but two of those metrics are leaf wetness. So they kind of can understand how wet your crops are, and of course temperature. And those are the two key parameters to understand a variety of possible infections into your crop. And on top of that data, we've just run a simple model that's been built for us, which tells us, basically what's, in percentage term, what's the likelihood of a particular disease getting into our crop on a given day. And what we've realized is it kind of has to be between something like 14 and 21 degrees Celsius for over 15 hours with a certain leaf wetness for things like septoria to get into crops.
Yeah.
And so a lot of farms in the UK will have basically been told by your agronomist, or in college, you spray this sort of, you spray a T1 fungicide on this week of the year or around this time of year. So people just spray almost like habitually. Whereas we go, actually, like, there's no risk of infection, we're not going to spray. Which is just like a total win-win. We spend £800 a unit to lease the weather stations, but we've saved tens of thousands of pounds in fungicide. And of course, what we're interested in doing is building our soil health, building the microbiology in our soil. If you're applying fungicide, it's going to go on your crops. It's going to go on your soil, and it's probably going to contaminate. It's probably going to prevent the development of all that mycorrhizae fungi that you want to have. So win-win for us, putting those weather stations in. And the sort of thing I'd expect to see is very common in the next 5 to 10 years. I think everyone should be doing that because it's in their financial interest to do so.
Yeah.